Without art and culture, we don't have a heartbeat and a soul.
All our inspiration is right here. We don't need to go elsewhere to find that.
As a youngster, my family didn't go to art galleries. It wasn't part of our vernacular. I think now that the perspectives of what a gallery is has changed.
I didn't always want to be an artist, but the first time I went to a gallery gave me a sense that that was possible.
I would walk through the back door and the rest of the world just fell away.
The Cairns Art Gallery is celebrating its 30th year this year. The Cairns Art Gallery Foundation has supported us for 25 of those years, and its purpose has been to help us acquire significant art for our world-renowned permanent collection.
What the foundation's achieved is a collection of works which initially probably was only a couple of $100,000 of very generous money donated back 25 years ago to a collection that's valued over $7 million today. That's an important sort of metric to think about, that when you are donating as a patron, your dollar is actually compounding in value. The gallery is very cleverly buying precious works, works with longevity, works which are always going to be of high value. It's significantly supporting local artists in our region and enables the gallery to be able to promote and showcase its works all over Australia by sharing and collaborating with other galleries.
We've been able to acquire significant works of art by emerging Cairns artists who've now made it big on not only the national scene, but on the world scene, such as Tony Albert and Danny Mellor, and their appreciation of the support we've given them has enabled them to donate their works to our gallery, which is very generous of them, but a great compliment to our gallery.
It means a lot to me to know and understand that my work is in the Cairns Art Gallery collection. My name is Tony Albert. I'm an artist living and working in Brisbane. My family are from North Queensland, which includes the Cairns region, so it's obviously a place with a lot of heart and soul for me. My work is made up of a collection of what I call Aboriginalia, which is Kitsch Australiana on different kind of ephemeras. The work that is in the Cairns collection is made up of playing cards. It was a work I made whilst travelling, not only around Australia, but over the world. Predominantly was made in New York. I was apprehensive about what I would do and what I'd make without my collection. And a simple way of responding to that for me was to take playing cards with all the beautiful imagery of Indigenous Australia attached to it. So it meant on a plane, on a train, in a hotel room, I could keep busy and actually make work of small scale. But when it all kind of joins together as an installation, becomes these incredible works. I hope that that interaction people have with the work, particularly younger people, having an understanding that I followed my dreams and my dreams are now returning back to my home.
I didn't always want to be an artist, but the first time I went to a gallery gave me a sense that that was possible. It was almost a kind of spiritual experience because it was about all kinds of different ideas. I just knew I wanted to be part of it. I think that that's why the Cairns Art Gallery is really important. That's what it can do for other artists. It can say, perhaps you could show your art here. I had a really wonderful exhibition there a few years ago, and as a result of that, the foundation purchased my work, My Fear of Depths. No Fear of Depths is about our relationship with nature, and we see a chimera caring for a human. It's a chance to think about how we understand and relate to this changing definition of what we consider natural. Philanthropy plays a crucial role in acquiring works. It's a community that's based around culture. They really play a role in advocating for it, and that means a lot for me as a maker because I know that what I do has value, so that's wonderful for me. It's very affirming.
I've always wanted to be an artist. I was one of those mad kids that would draw on pretty much anything and everything that I could get my hands on. Tabletops, walls in the house. Yeah, I sort of made a creative mess out of most things. And it's just gone on from there. My name's Brian Robinson, born and bred on Wyburn in the Torres Straits, but I've been in Cairns now for 30 odd years. In terms of my current arts practice, I produce lino cut and vinyl cut prints, etchings, screen prints. I design a lot of public art. Straight after art college, I gained employment here at Cairns Art Gallery. And I would walk through the back door and the rest of the world just fell away. It's an amazing, sort of environment to be in, both as a curator, but also as a practicing artist. You get inspired by each and every work that comes through. This show is called To Dance to Sing. It's very close to my heart, very close to my home actually, because I grew up with a lot of these stories, a lot of the material, a lot of the dancing. Every piece on display has been sourced directly from the collection, and it's a focus on Torres Strait dancing, a celebration of singing, as well as the maintenance of traditional narratives and traditional dance paraphernalia that maintain their cultural links to the islands and to their ancestors. This institution developed the first major touring exhibition of Torres Strait visual material culture that went to every state here in the nation. It was an exhibition called Island Passin, curated by Torres Strait curators, Tom Mosby and myself. And it was the first time that a lot of people had actually experienced Torres Strait culture.
My name is Grace Lillian Lee. I'm a proud Miriam woman. I celebrate my culture through weaving, and my background is in fashion design, and I'm based here in far north Queensland, Cairns. My journey with the Cairns Gallery starts back when I was a very young girl. Before I was 10, my mum sent me to some classes at the Cairns Gallery, which I believe they still host them today for young people, to learn how to draw and to utilise my hands in the act of making things. Was always so magical. It's such a beautiful space. The Weave Through Time is a really special collection that was acquired by the Cairns Gallery. This was me as an artist exploring different materials of how the grasshopper was taught to me through coconut palm fronds, then moving through to the cotton weaving that I still use today, to then being created with something more synthetic like plastic and what the future might look like. I created these 3 sculptures which are hung and represent the body, but I also did a photo shoot with 3 generations of my family wearing the same look. So it was like this evolution of time. This is why I do what I do, because I want to celebrate my Torres Strait Island heritage. To have them preserved and a part of an institution like the Cairns Gallery was really special. So the Cairns Gallery has been a big part of shaping the direction of my career from such a young age to now.
So my name is Simone Arnold and I'm a proud Cairns woman, and the Cairns people are the traditional owners of Yarrabah. It's the largest Aboriginal community in Australia. Yarrabah has got over 5,000 people living here. I wear many hats, and one of them is working at the Yarrabah Arts and Cultural Precinct as their manager, amplifying the creativity and all the talent that exists here. My art started back in 2016, and that was through different mediums, through fashion, through painting, drawing and photography, and also weaving. And in 2019, Cairns Art Gallery approached myself and my partner Bernie and said, would you like to do a mentorship with us through photography? Out of that we did works called Medicine Clay, which was part of the Cairns Art Gallery exhibition, and it was just amazing. That just opened more doors through Cairns Art Gallery, giving us that option and that mentorship. We then went on in 2022. I ended up winning the FNQ Contemporaries Awards, which then gave me the opportunity to do my solo exhibition as well, the See Red series. See Red was a very emotional story for me. It was a story of my great-grandmother, Toddy Joinby, who was part of that stolen generation and was brought over here to Yarrabah. It was based on a recording from my great-grandmother in 1985 with an anthropologist. I was lucky enough to transcribe that and then put her words into photography and tell her story, which came like so loud, her little voice.
I'm really appreciative of the Cairns Art Gallery collecting one of my works, and I'm really proud that it's in that collection because I know it's got a really good home. I know that it's treasured, I know that it's looked after, I know that they come out every once in a while, and it's part of the fabric of the culture of that place. That's thrilling for me.
It's extremely important. While artists can make amazing work, without that exposure, as well as the income that you derive from the sale of works, a lot of that material stays locked away, stays dormant, sort of pushed into corners in your studio. And so it's extremely important in what the foundation does and supports.
Art and culture has really defined what the future of Cairns is. As a youngster, my family didn't go to art galleries. It wasn't part of kind of our vernacular and stuff. And I think now that the perspectives of what a gallery is has changed. The stigma attached to art is breaking down, and it's about making the community and those people, that filter around a gallery feel comfortable about coming in. And that's a great change in the institutional systems.
What I love is that I can still be based here in Cairns and do the work that I love, and all our inspiration is right here. We don't need to go elsewhere to find that.
Being in Northern Australia, we've got such rich storytelling with our First Nations. So it's really essential. It's so essential for the families that live here, the children that educate here, to understand their history and their background and to share that story through art. Heartfelt thanks to all those people who have just blown us away with their generosity. Incredible. We couldn't have what we have without the support that the local community has actually given to Cairns to have that collection.
Congratulations to Cairns Art Gallery. It's been 25 amazing years of the foundation, and I'm looking forward to the next 25.
My name is Edwina Green. I am the Curator of First Nations Art here at the NGV, and I am a very proud Trowaway woman from North East Lutruwita. This incredible room is based off the Artist Room series titled The Colour of Memory, which celebrates 10 years since the passing of Sally Gabori and her absolutely prolific practice. She is widely recognised as one of the most significant First Nations female artists. Coming from Far North Queensland on Bentinck Island is really seen through the generations and the impact of female painters that are descendants of Sally Gabori. She developed this practice that was free and really challenged what society knows as to be Aboriginal art. All of the sites that are depicted amongst this room are completely from memory because she wasn't able to get back to her home island on Bentinck Island after being removed to Mornington Island for quite some time. She was really experimental in the use of colour, which is really challenging in these ideas of what Aboriginal art is supposed to look like. We have these boxes of using natural ochres and natural pigments, but she completely disrupted that. Sally Gabori's influence on contemporary First Nations art is unmatched. Being able to curate this space and to be in this space is simply a really surreal experience as a curator, as an artist, but also to have this space designated and in honour of Sally Gabori, and to be able to invite audiences to really relish in her practice and legacy.